So, is anyone going to switch characters?
I'm probably swapping to engineer.
All right, cool.
I'll stick to this guy.
I was not planning on staying with this character.
Yeah, yeah.
As long as I don't need the
I'm
mercenary.
somewhat tempted to be the scholar again, but I
I'll
think
stick to this.
so. Here's the cool thing: our character levels up. We will not hit level 12 in the first campaign completion. So the character that you use, if you change somewhere midway through, like one of the you start from zero,
Okay, that's fine
or you
with me.
start from level 1, and you'd have to re-level them up. So if you go through all 4 with a single character, you will max him out.
What I'm gonna do is I'm definitely getting that the mecha dragon.
Okay, all right. Level 12 engineer. Here we go. You're gonna see some
There better
serious
be an
shit
entire
stream.
tree that's just upgrading the dragon more.
Yeah. All right, all right. I like it. Yeah, I'm probably gonna swap too.
The mage.
I might go back to the musketeer. I like her. Her playstyle's pretty simple.
Okay.
All right. So we're gonna go ahead and just clean up. It's not that hard, so I'm not gonna go to an intermission screen.
We could do this live, baby.
Yeah, we can do it live. It's not that bad.
Oh, okay.
So, cheat sheets, character boards. Let's kind of just gather it up,
That's for me.
stack everything.
I never grabbed the cheat sheet.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Manga.
God damn. Oh,
Okay.
again, he is a winner of Twilight
Anything
Imperium. He
special?
plays at a level higher than a
The
normal
levels beyond.
than a normal tabletop player. He has ascended to Mount Olympus, and he lives there until he's dethroned. When and if he'll ever get dethroned, come by winter later this year. But soda should be in the little fridge. I could take a Sprite if there's a Sprite.
Soda.
What?
Soda. Anything.
Whatever's cold.
Soda. Soda.
All right, so I'm gonna start building the thing. I will swap to the musketeer. So I need boards. QA. You're gonna keep your stuff the same, right?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I'm gonna take this. And as I said, the combat in this game is diceless. The dice are just used to keep track of upkeep, when you can use certain abilities, health points. So very, very, very approachable. Let me put this off to the side. Okay. Thank you. Much appreciation. Okay, so. Per the rules of campaign mode, the campaign can be completed in any order. There isn't like you have to do the earth, then the water, the fire, and then the ice. We could tackle them the one we choose. I'm just gonna start with the earth because it's the one that's on the very top of the stack, so it'll be easy to punch it out and use. There is instructions. This is the first time we've done this, so we will be fully co-op. We're going against the game. Let me get to the instructions for scenario mode, which is standard 1 versus many, but we are adapting it so that we can be fully co-op. So, first thing we need to do is the goal of the scenario mode is to explore all scenarios, which there are 4, defeat each of the bosses within. Players must work together to achieve this common goal, except for the villain player, but we don't have one today, so who has a different role. It's explained to them in each scenario. They have their own action, mob, bosses, events, and hexes to work with. To fully explore a scenario and defeat all its bosses, gameplay should take between 3 to 5 hours. However, player can save their game using the game sheet, allowing them to continue where they left off at a later time. See page 30 for more info on the game sheet. Once a scenario has been completed, players can move up to the next scenario in any order they choose. Victory is achieved once all scenarios have been explored and all bosses defeated, making it a campaign that can take around 10 to 20 hours to complete, depending on the number of scenarios available. And the game does come in 2 versions. One where each half of the game you get 2 scenarios, either fire and ice or earth and water, or you can get the collector's edition, which has all 4 scenarios and you can tackle them in any order you desire. Important note, after completing a scenario, the next scenario should be played on the next level of difficulty. So for difficulty levels above ultimate mode, bosses receive all +1 stats. So first thing we're going to do before I even lay out the hexes for us to crawl through, who's going to be our party leader?
Winner of the last game.
Perfect. It has been decided.
The person most capable.
Yeah.
Had almost
The only
full
one.
health.
He didn't even look at his cheat sheet. Didn't showed up to class, didn't look at the notes, just aced the final. He came, he taught the teacher how to do stuff and then left. So okay, so let me read out the party leader. So the party leader, a party is a group of heroes who work together as a team. So we're a team. During setup, players must select the party leader. It's nothing. The party leader will hold the backpack token and will be responsible for distributing loot items and making the final decision for action cards.
Oh, good. I will definitely distribute loot in a fair way.
Yeah, in a fair, yeah, no collusion,
Fair and
no,
balanced way of distributing
no
loot.
nothing. Yeah, there ain't gonna be no foul play at all. So let me get you the backpack token. Also, punch out the earth. Only the earth.
Is there a certain map we're building, or?
Yeah. And then you can put the tiles in the center of the table, and then there's a specific way to like Twilight Imperium, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Here's your backpack, by the way.
All right, my backpack. I'm gonna totally share resources with the whole party.
Yeah. And then let's see, the Net God. Favorite board game? I have so many. Tiny Epic Galaxies, Everdale, Parks, Funfair, Star Trek, Ascendancy. Excited for the second edition. Currently crowdfunding at the moment. Nice. I've heard of a few of those.
I think Everdale's fun. I think I've wanted to play that one.
I've heard of that. I've also heard of Tiny Epic Galaxies. And, Star Trek is a big IP, so... I'm not too familiar, but if it's getting a second edition, very popular.
Do you have a map on what I'm supposed to build, or is it on the back?
Yes. No, I gotta get that. Give me a second.
We just shuffle everything.
No, it goes in a predetermined order. I mean, you could show them to the stream, I guess, if they want to see. This is an example. Okay. Did you see a token that happened to be called the Shire?
The Shire.
Yeah.
What does it look like?
Could be like a grass-looking thing, maybe. That's our starting point.
I feel like that. All the towns in the
Or this
middle.
one?
Yeah. Okay, yeah.
Okay, it's that one.
So that's where we start. Also, I'm going to be giving everybody their character portrait to put on your little acrylic standy thing. So I'm going to be
We have
going Musketeer, War Drummer, Kiwi's going to be, and then Engineer, right?
Yeah.
Gonna get that dragon.
Yeah.
Okay. Nice. So that's the thing. Even though the game has 2 versions, you can use any heroes as long as you have them in any campaign. So, fully customizable. Alright, let's get this started. Need Musketeer. I'm gonna put that there. Here's your war drummer for your little stand. Pretty sure. Here's your engineer.
This is not the engineer.
Okay, not the engineer. Let me see.
That's the runesmith.
Okay, perfect. Ah, there we go. This is the engineer. Clearly.
No relation.
The one. The only other guy that uses tools. Yeah.
Smith?
Yeah. And so we should put all of our standees in the little starting area. Let's see. What did I do with my standee? I'll just take one of these unless it's in front of me. Okay, so I shall be the musketeer. And we start there again. Now let's see. I'm gonna skip over to the way this should be created. Okay. Okay, so first let me go to scenario difficulty. So, during setup, place the scenario difficulty token near the scenario hexes. Players must choose a scenario difficulty and place a small wooden cube on the selected mode. This token serves as a reminder of the chosen difficulty and repeats the following information. So, 3 heroes, which we are. Normal mode. So every 5 hexes, we're going to remove a mob. Oh, well, these are the recommendations. So if you're playing by yourself, solo mode, which has its own rule set. If there's 2 heroes, you're on easy. If you have 3 heroes, you should start on normal. If you have 4, you should start on hard. And if you have 5 heroes or more, you should do ultimate mode. Again, that's a recommendation. So we could technically do ultimate now. And just keep the game forever hard. But it's our first time learning, and I'm sure we're going to have a lot of questions. I don't recommend that, but normal should be sufficient. Unless we want to go lower than that.
I'm fine. Normal's fine.
Alright, so we'll go to normal. We have a little thing for that. Okay. Wouldn't mind putting a little block on normal.
Fight something?
So for normal, every 5 hexes we remove a mob.
I don't know what that is.
So for every X number of explored hexes, 1 regular trash mob card should be removed from the trash mob deck.
Oh, okay.
So to do this, we reveal cards from the deck until the next regular trash mob is revealed, and then we just discard that card. So for example, just to explain what that is, well actually let me get the cards we need. I have all of that ready. Also let me get the player boards for the Musketeer and the Engineer.
You have 2 supports and a DPS. Well, I'm pseudo support. Like I can do really good damage.
Like your regen build you had. So.
Yeah. Where like I just flashbang everything and then heal the team till they die.
Yeah.
Who knows? Maybe they'll curse us with you can't get healing.
I don't know.
Maybe that's connected to something.
Alright, so let me see.
Somewhere over here. I'm not sure how any of this is connected to
I
each
know.
Yeah, I've got to do it right now. Give you a
other. I
second.
think some of them connect to the other, but I can't see the puzzle.
Yeah.
Maybe?
Also, they should be flipped backside. So flip all of them. We should see the numbers, not the actual land.
Dang it.
Yeah. We're discovering this thing as we.
Okay.
Yeah.
Dang it. Okay.
It's all right. You didn't know. I knew that because I did a fair amount of research.
Oh, I need my 10 upgrade tokens, my mechanical dragon, and I don't need the other stuff.
Okay.
I'm only investing in the mechanical dragon.
Dragons.
That is definitely a lie. I will.
Don't
Well,
worry.
maybe. I'll play as mechanical dragon heavy as I can until I can't anymore.
Alright. Oh yeah. Okay, so I'll get you your cards right now. I have them ready. Need your gears. I believe you have 12 of them.
Sure.
Alright, let's go with that. Alright, setting stuff up. So much fun. Setting stuff up. So much fun.
Punch all of them out. Oh yeah, you spent
All
punching
night.
chunks of last night punching.
That's what you're
the
doing
whole-
me last night?
Well, while we were playing Satisfire,
Okay.
Yeah, I had some turn
You still had
time, downtime.
he did all of his turn, and then
to
me and Elvis sat there and
watch them do it.
no, we did his turn while he was punching everything, or we did our turns while he was punching everything out.
Wow.
I think his deck was maybe it was just simple, or he was just rushing through his turns, but it didn't matter.
Yeah, no, it was I had a pretty simple build. I was play a card, do some damage, play another card, do some damage.
Play a card, spend all your energy on that one card.
Yeah, play a card, spend all my energy. So they were there. I was doing like that repeatedly. So it was low brain effort and then maximum brain effort on the punching of everything and organizing.
If you can show me the page where everything goes.
Okay, nothing is gonna go ahead and build the map for everybody live. So, hopefully we can fit it all in the screen and frame. I mean, if not,
Okay.
I guess it would be helpful if we build this way as opposed to that way.
Yeah. Okay. If you need to explain other things,
Yeah. I'll explain as you build.
I know.
I have a second rule book, so
I know what I'm doing.
yeah. So okay.
and I don't need that page anymore.
Okay. Okay, so let me just put away some of these other heroes.
Thank you.
Okay, so while you're building the hexes, I'm passing out the equipment boards. Everyone gonna get one. So just to show everyone while you build the map, this is what the equipment board looks like. It's one-sided. Technically it's double-sided, but we're only gonna use one side. Yeah. So everyone's gonna be finding loot our party leader is going to distribute the loot, and we will be finding a headpiece, a chest piece, a weapon piece, and a trinket. So we can further level up our characters as we play. The campaigns are all about progression and power leveling. So. And
There.
here are your engineer cards.
Put these right here for right now. Three is the last one. Please go. All right, there. Yeah, done. Built.
Nice, nice. Now we just gotta move it into frame ever so slightly. No, we're good. And then if we go a little more towards the other end of the table, that way we're centered.
Just do this.
Yeah.
There we go,
Yes.
yeah. Perfect.
Yeah,
just-
that's good.
Yeah, there we go.
There we go.
Okay. And
Yes, that's good.
there we go. So it looks like we got one edge kind. Oh no, we're good. Maybe one edge is slightly. If we rotate it a little bit, so that it's not. Yeah, yeah. There we go. Look at that teamwork. Looks like
No
we're
buggy
clipping
bad.
one at the very end, but I mean that's okay. Just want to get like as much as we can on the actual on the stream for the viewers.
Remake.
We appreciate you. Just want to make sure you keep up with everything we're doing.
It's broken. Broken. It's ruined. Getting worse now.
It's getting worse.
What did you do?
I'm trying to push it back together. There's all these gaps.
Where did it
There. Perfect. Nothing wrong with it.
I'm gonna knock it over anyways.
Nice, nice. Okay, so we've built it exactly to the specifications of the rules. Everyone should have their character card or their board, their character board. Again, I am playing as the Musketeer. Pretty cool. You can see here info.
Oh, right. Might need help.
I'll read it aloud later. But I got 5 strength, 2 intellect, 7 agility, 6 defense, and 42 health points. She is 33 years old, female. Character type is damage. My armor class is heavy. I have no elemental. My complexity intermediate. And here's her bio. The trigger happy musketeer gets her kick from wreaking havoc on her enemies, showering them with powerful ranged attacks. Her gung-ho attitude makes her a popular ally. Hell yeah. So I will be playing as her. And then everyone should yellow cube up on level 1.
Where's that? Where am I putting that?
It's on your board.
Yeah, right under your stats, if you see the level. Yep, so we're all
during
starting heroes. Yep.
No, I was just training.
It's all good. And then we level that up by putting the little bonus thing on top to signify.
So
But
once we do.
we're level 1, so it can stay in the bag.
Once we're there.
Everyone has a pre-prepared little baggie of dice and wooden cubes. Again, all of the components are just for keeping track of things. So, again, sorry you can't see this on screen. Only so much we can fit for the main camera. Again, I have stretch goals and things to get additional cameras in the future. But till we reach those goals, doing what we can with a single camera. So, everyone should have an equipment board. Everyone should have their dice. Same rules, just like Arena. Everyone should be at full health, so I have 42 HP. Quick
And then we
rule
fight each
aside.
other, just like in Arena.
No.
We set
We're
up this
not
board for
fighting
nothing.
each other.
Yeah, and now we just hit each other,
I
and
thought
the bosses wonder
I thought
why
we're
are they
fighting
even
in
here?
a group.
I sit on this tile building
I thought
a
this
dragon,
is a
and then I
group
fly.
effort.
Yeah, that.
I'm here to work in a team. A team
Alright.
of one. A team of no.
So, do we have to do anything to revive her dude, or does her dude just come back after each combat?
So I'll explain
I
that
buy a
after
new one.
that happens.
I
But
buy
yeah,
a
he
new
can
one
be
each
revived.
time.
We also can be revived. So us as
I
heroes
go to
die,
the
we can be
town
revived.
And buy a new
So
one.
death,
Good.
it's that there is no permadeath unless it's like ultimate mode or something. I could be wrong,
He
but
is for hire. It's okay.
yeah, that.
He knew the risks of.
He gave his permission.
Yeah. We knew what we were signing up when we decided to be Heroes of the Shire.
And be my slave.
We're like, instead of fighting others, we should fight for other people.
I mean, if you're one of those types, it needs to be the knight in shining armor.
Right?
Sure, go ahead. That's all you. I could be the cheerleader. Boom, rah, rah, boom.
What's my agility? I think it's like 2.
Ooh,
My
rah,
agility's
rah.
2. I'm going last.
Okay, yeah, so we also... Agility is going to be really important because monsters are also going to be incorporated now. So we have a handy dandy turn order card.
But we could help each other though, bitch.
Double-sided.
Don't say that. That's not an option. Yeah.
No, my things I make help people.
Okay. Because
I'm not gonna be building any of them. The dragon's the one I'm building, but.
Sure, go ahead. I don't care what it is, but as long
I
as
can,
it's
I can
a
make like a little thing that heals everyone every
that's a
turn.
weapon.
It's pretty
That's
cool.
fine too.
Or I can make a dragon mech.
Both sound good. Do both.
Does anyone want to find our hero tokens to put on the tracker? We should each have one picture of us.
Does it matter?
Will we do
Just
that?
it
I'll get
goes
the bosses
first.
right now as we play. So I'm just gonna go read through the steps now that we
Pirate
have
plus
our
slave.
board complete. So again, reading the
Mercenaries
instructions
for-
for scenario
Whatever
mode.
increases
So,
agility with
We're on
the
normal. Again, scenario selection. There are 4 available scenarios that lead out from the Shire: fire, ice, earth, and water. Availability depends on which edition of the game is being used. Players should agree on which scenario to play. We took initiative and just went with earth because it was right there on the top already, begging to be explored. We gathered the components. I have all of that. There's a card structure. It's trash mob cards, boss ability cards, boss modification cards, action cards, an event card, the Shire Hex, and the scenario hexes, which are already on display. So there's quest cards. Oh, sorry. Some of these components should be immediately set up, while others should be set aside for later instruction. See pages 24 to 25 for scenario hex layouts. So quest cards. During scenario setup, the party leader should deal 2 quest cards at random to each hero player. Each hero should choose one of their quest cards and return the other one back to the pile. The quest reward loot item should be taken from the quest reward deck and placed next to the quest card. So there's going to be a description that describes to all the players with the necessary information about what your quest is and what needs to be done. The objective summarizes the task to be completed. And then the setup is if a quest card requires a player to equip a loot item or an ally card to aid them in their quest, this is where that information is displayed. And then finally, a reward. A quest reward is typically a loot item that is equipped in the miscellaneous slot of the equipment board. More information on page 27, and I'll share that later. Important note, quest items have a different card back to regular loot items and should not be shuffled into the loot item deck. And we don't have to worry about that because I've already sleeved everything, so we won't be able to tell. Let me go ahead and get all of that stuff off to the side. Like I said, I already have it pre-built. I just got to bring it out and keep it stacked to me. So I'll go ahead and handle the mobs and stuff. We are playing fully cooperative, so the AI is basically piloting the enemy today. So, but in order to do that, we're using...
Ooh, solo.
Yep, the Heroes of the Shire True Solo Mode. The solo mode contains the following: 50 monster cards, 15 aggressive cards, 15 defensive cards, 20 passive cards, 10 ally cards, exclusive cards, 20 action cards for solo or co-op play, 1 monster attribute die. The True Solo Mode add-on can be used for a full cooperative mode instead of a 1 versus many. The monster cards will control the enemies, so we will be using this. I already have it here. Ready to be used and unleashed once we get everything else set up. So let me get some stack of cards, and then we're almost ready to go.
I don't know what your
He
Looks like a
like an old
old
with
guy
a sword.
ponytail
With
with
a
a sword.
knife.
Yeah,
ponytail sword. Nothing.
yeah, older guy, gray hair.
Not that guy. This guy? Wolves and stuff. Oh, maybe. There's a bunch of duplicates too. Oh, is it this guy?
No, that's the hero. In his 40s, I remember.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, this guy.
Throw 'em on
Always so hot. Always the pretty one. Ah.
It's like they know what they're doing, right?
Yes,
They know what they're
they
doing.
hired the right actor.
Yep, the right actor.
Game of Thrones. The Game
Yep, Game of Thrones, man. That's how it be. That's how it be. Okay, so I have our mobs ready to go. I have
He was a cute potato
pets
character.
for the bosses and stuff because they do have access to those. I have our boss modification cards when we
them?
use them, and I have our.
One man.
Should be another one. What do you look like again? Wow, short hair. Old looking knight.
Silver hair.
Silver-haired fox. Ah, there we go.
But
Dense Forest event card. So we have an event card, a bunch of mobs to fight, boss modifications, which also double. Let me show you what they look like. Again, I got everything sleeved so that nothing stands out.
Except for the alchemist stuff.
customized so specifically.
Yep, very cool sleeves, hollow. I enjoy them. I like them. We're only using the earth, so all the water stuff is gonna go put away.
For one character.
Yeah.
Wait, here he is?
All gray tone. Sure, it's not in that bad.
I just put the one right there. The other one.
Okay, so I'm just gonna
There
show.
are multiple bears though, and wolves and stuff.
There. Oh, it's because some of them can also be considered an ally, depending on the mode. So that's why there's 2 of some.
Okay, well.
I'm still learning
I
how
think
to
we
fix
found all of everyone we
this
need.
boy.
Okay. Rest can go back in the little baggie. If I was really OCD, I would
Don't.
try to get extra little tinier baggies to.
Don't.
Don't. I've already
Wow,
said
that sounds
don't.
awful.
I would say like
Where does my neurosis
I
come
was gonna
from?
say
Wherever.
do the individual cubby holes.
Or that would be cool. Get someone like 3D printed something and just like keep it almost like a coin dispenser or something.
Yes.
That would be cool. Again, gotta check out the
much,
community for this game. Some people have already taken the initiative to do that.
No, do a little
Token organizer, something like that. But
I have seen that with the Guards of Atlantis.
Yeah.
I actually want to get the Guards of Atlantis one.
they
Or,
help.
like 3D print a Guards of Atlantis like organizer thing.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Because I've seen someone do it and it looks really really good.
Oh yeah, people have too. I've seen some stuff.
And like it compresses every single character into like just one box, so everything you need for that character exists in
Grab and go.
one little box.
Yep, that's the beauty. People have the dedication, man. They ask nothing in return. They're just like, I love this game and I want to help everyone else so that they can enjoy it and tell their friends.
I've also seen people that painted the base minions
Oh,
in that game.
yeah, I believe it. For a game that popular, yeah, I believe it. So let's see. So you get the quest cards. I'm gonna go ahead and deal them to our party leader. He has. We randomly gave each of us 2, and we get to choose one. We get those next. Again, first time we've done the campaign. We've only done PvP before, so seeing how it goes.
The game has a million components. I think that's my only complaint. Yeah. I like all the characters,
Yeah.
and that all of them actually feel good to play, but for all the ones that I've played, the Alchemist is kind of the Alchemist, but
The Alchemist is kind of the
See?
Alchemist.
See?
still wasn't bad. It was just, okay.
Yeah, no, I feel you. I also, when I unboxed it and looked through it, I was like, there is a million components. Again, but first board game, so I'm pretty sure things can be better handled. But again, overall, I still really like the game.
No, it's good.
Okay, so shuffle those. Everyone gets 2, and the other ones return back to me, and we go from there. So our party leader with the backpack token is shuffling our quests, things we want to do while we're exploring the Shire.
Okay. Pick a pile.
This one. Okay. And these aren't secret. Because obviously we're as a party, we move as a party, I believe, so.
Victoria's
We're
Secret.
supposed to be friendly.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Fine.
Okay.
Fine.
So the right side is the item we get for doing it?
So reward, yeah, gold-plated greaves. So I will go find that when we actually do it.
So
But yeah, you
mid
do
right
get
to
it.
left. Okay.
Ooh, I can get the warlord sword. And I also want to double check something. If these are.
Also get a warlord sword. I don't
Okay.
think I need a warlord sword though.
I don't even know what a warlord sword does, but I want it.
I think I want the
Okay.
shield more. This quest doesn't. The other quest doesn't seem that easy, or it doesn't seem that hard.
Right? Yeah, I know.
So I'm like, the warlord sword. We can. Is it the same quest? Is there multiples, or is it?
I'm not entirely sure. Again,
Okay.
this is the first time. There might be. I love the two I got is objective defeat 8 snow leopards found. Oh wait, found in the ice scenario. So these are like gonna we hold on to them until we complete them, kind of a
Okay.
thing.
Don't we only hold on to one of them? I mean, don't we?
Yeah,
only
we
need
choose
of
one, but like we hold on to it until we complete it. That's like our
Okay.
yeah.
Oh,
So that's
So I'm
right.
gonna
like
take
which
this
one
one.
is better? to
Maybe
get?
do one you can actually complete.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I'll do the Earth scenario one. That I might have to double check to see if they're supposed to be distributed via scenario. No, it just says 2 at random. So yeah, you might be able to complete it in the campaign you're in, or you might have to hold on to it. It's just random. Okay, so we each chose 2. So when a quest has been completed, the hero must return to the Shire Hex to hand it in. Rewards may then be collected as described on the quest card. Handing in a quest is typically done when a scenario is completed. However, if a hero wishes to leave a scenario to hand in their quest, the scenario is reset. All hexes are flipped back over except for the defeated boss
Oh, I
hexes,
gotta
which
get
remain
this one
face up.
just 'cause-
Once a quest card has been handed in, a hero can accept another quest by drawing 2 quest cards at random and choosing one to keep while discarding the other. Okay, so it is random. So, talking about the backpack token and our party leader, the engineer. The party leader should hold the backpack token, which should be placed beside their hero board. The backpack is used to store excess loot items. When it reaches the maximum capacity of 8 items, players must choose which items to discard and which to keep inside the backpack. Players can add and remove items from the backpack at any time during scenario mode, except during combat. To add a loot item to the backpack, players should place the loot item card under the backpack token. Power cubes cannot be stored in the backpack. A number of loot items in the backpack increases. Oh, as the number of loot items in the backpack increase, it will slow down the party leader. This is represented by a decrease in agility, which can result in negative hero stats. The player holding the backpack should take note of the following penalties. If there's 2 or more, you lose in agility. 4 or more, you go down 2. 6 or more, you go down 3. And if you have 8, which is the maximum capacity, you go down 4 agility.
Okay, what happens when I'm at negative agility?
I don't think there's negative. You stop at 0.
Okay.
So you pretty much ensure you go last. Okay, so here's another thing. Wandering Merchant. During setup, set the Wandering Merchant card aside with 6 loot items randomly drawn from the loot item deck. So we place the 6 loot items under the Merchant card. So let me get the Merchant card and the random things. So I'm just going to put this right here. Let me give you that card. The Merchant, which is this, just to make sure. Again, everything is sleeved, but we can see.
There, yeah.
He is protected in his sleeve, but this is the Merchant card. So he has the shop currency. Loot items can be used as currency when trading with the Wandering Merchant. The value of each item depends on its rarity, as shown in the currency chart for both the shop and the backpack below. In short, loot items in your backpack are worth 50% less than those of the same rarity in the shop. Page 22 of the rulebooks has more information. And then it just has the currency exchange. So. And then just stays here on the board, so that we always have it when we run into him. I need to get the loot, which I believe are tiny little cards, which I don't have sleeves for yet. Yeah, so I'm gonna choose 6. They're gonna go under the card to form the shop. The Wandering Merchant can be encountered throughout certain action card outcomes during the game. When found, heroes gain temporary access to the shop and can trade their backpack loot items for items in the shop. The action card outcome granting access to the shop reads, all allies gain access to the Wandering Merchant's shop. Once the outcome has been resolved, the Wandering Merchant card can be removed, allowing access to the items underneath. When trading is finished, place the Wandering Merchant card back on top of the remaining loot items. The loot items currently equipped or stored in the backpack act as currency when trading with the Wandering Merchant. And then the following info shows the currency value of each item. So again, common items are worth 2 gold, rare is 4, epic are 6, legendary are 8. And then items in our backpack, common is 1, rare is 2, epic is 3, and legendary is 4. So we basically need to trade in 2 legendary to get a single legendary from the merchant.
We can buy level ups from the guy, or what are power cubes?
So let me read that. So note, power cubes are not tradable with the shop. But power cubes, if the Wandering Merchant has a power cube available to buy in his shop, the value of a power cube is equivalent to an epic item, 6 gold. So you can buy one from him.
Is it a level up?
Possibly. It just says power cube. I'll look into that right now. It's either 6 buying power or possibly a level up. I might have to look at leveling up in the actual scenario rules. I'll do that as we play. Okay. I think that's it for setup. We've already have our hexes. And then once the scenario is complete, the heroes return to the Shire hex. The Wandering Merchant shop should be removed and restocked with 6 new loot items taken at random from the loot item deck. The old loot items from the merchant shop should be shuffled back into the loot item deck. The Wandering Merchant shop does not get restocked if players return to the Shire hex without completing a full scenario. That means defeating all 3 bosses. So, okay. That's exploring. I'll do that right now as soon as we start. I'll look into the power thing right now. It looks like we should start playing the game. I just need those loot cards, so let me do that really quick. Should be 6. 6 of them.
Quest.
Mine is to slay a dragon.
Really?
Yeah.
No way.
Yeah. Right here.
Lucky.
Yeah. Oh, sorry, not a dragon. It looked like a dragon. Defeat 8 wormlings. Looked like a dragon. I was like, oh, that's cool.
Do you call that a dragon?
It looked like a dragon. It's like, look, okay. Show the stream.
Okay.
Show the stream.
Yeah, the picture it does.
The picture, yeah. You might need to flip it. Yeah, there we go. Kind of looks like a dragon. Kind of hard to see, but if we focus.
There we go. Yeah, he does. He does look like a
Yeah, he looked like he's a
dragon.
worm. Or a worm.
worm with a Y.
Yeah. He's got some dragon energy.
Earth wormlings. Okay.
Okay, so these are all.
Alfred Jones has. Okay. Like the movie. How you gonna survive?
Yep, let me see. I'm just looking for the loot items. I see everything we need for the bosses. I have
Do
our
you have what it takes?
event deck, and I have the mob. I have the
Is there an
event card.
answer in the movie on how to get rid of Jones?
Right? Tremors, right?
Yes.
With
Yes.
Kevin Bacon.
Yeah. Mine's kind of easy. Return to Brook
Alright, I got it.
with
So
a
we have
flask
tiny
of
quest
rum
rewards.
Or a tequila bottle in my backpack.
There's a lot of...
So you just need to find alcohol.
Yeah, and he'll be very pleased to share a drink and
Hell
a party
yeah.
song. Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, that's a good quest.
And then my reward's a jug of ale.
The thing you returned with.
Yeah.
You get to keep it.
We're just sharing the drink. Okay.
Very nice. Okay.
I need to find the merchant.
Yep. So I found the rewards. Again, they're the tiny. So
It's like there.
I'm just gonna go ahead and put 6 random ones. This is pretty much shuffled. I don't know what it is. So one off the top, one off the bottom. Top, one off the bottom, one off the top, one off the bottom. Okay. So all of these is what the merchant has. We won't know till we find him or he finds us. They go underneath. There we go. And then these are quests that we did not choose, so shuffle these back as we start. Okay. So, now that we have the merchant, we have the quests, we still have our cheat sheet cards for those that want them or need them. We have our turn order. Next thing we do. Thank you.
I'll wait.
Okay.
I can still wait.
All right.
It is getting low, though.
I got you. Thank you for reminding me. We have our... Everyone should have their equipment board, correct? Okay. Alright. Just making sure everyone has everything. So then, I'm just going to explain how this works really quick, and we will begin. So... The scenario hexes. So to move through a scenario, players must explore. We flip over the hexes one by one, navigating through the terrain. The party leader, which is our engineer, guides the way, with all other heroes following, so we always follow you. After exploring a hex, we flip it over. Players should move their hero standees to the newly explored hex. Then an exploration card, which I have right here next to me. Right here. They are little hobbit footprints. All already random. I don't know what they are. We flip an exploration card. Should be drawn from the exploration deck and resolved before moving on to the next hex. Only face down unexplored hexes require the resolution of an exploration card. Players can navigate through a scenario flipping hexes one by one in any direction, with no limitations on where they may travel. Once a hex has been flipped over, that terrain has been explored. In a larger group of 5 to 6 players, if the hero standees cannot fit on a single hex, they can be placed on the previous hexes, behind the party leader. So, boss encounter. Boss standees have a number on them from the bottom right corner indicating their order of encounter. And I'm going to put those on as soon as we start. 1, 2, or 3. While there are no restrictions on which boss a party can encounter first, bosses increase in difficulty as their number increases, with bosses number 1 being the easiest and boss number 3 being the most difficult. When exploring a hex that contains a boss standee, no exploration card is resolved. Instead, a boss battle immediately begins. See page 28 for more information on boss battles. After a boss battle has been defeated, their standee should be removed from the hex and the scenario exploration can resume. Note, boss boards may need modifications due to scenario difficulty. Again, more information on page 28 and 29. So, we actually know where they are for the building of the hex, I believe.
I think one's here and one's here, but I don't remember.
So I'm looking for the acidic hydra, the earthosaurus, and the forest troll. They can be placed anywhere.
I don't know what that means.
Any one of the highlighted areas. So for Earth, which we're in, number 20, 17, and 3 are bosses.
1?
So we need these 3 to go on 20, 17, and 3, which should be 2 up from the Shire. Yeah. So those are bosses. From what I read, Yeah, they have a number on them. There's no restriction on the boss we encounter first. Yeah, so they can be in any order. We could put any boss in here because we have a choice of what order we want to go. So let me punch them out really quick. I have them right here. And party leader, go ahead and put them wherever you'd like. Doesn't matter. Surprise us. Whichever standard you feel. Just put the most threatening one in the beginning. So remember, one is the easiest, two is the second easiest, and three is the hardest. And each time we defeat one, it powers up the others. So we know where our bosses are. So the exploration deck consists of 30 cards numbered 1 to 30, but only cards numbered 1 to 26 are used in the deck setup. So actually, let me do that now. So, and they are indeed the 26, so that was easy.
These get shuffled, right?
Yeah,
Be shuffled.
yeah. So cards, only cards 1 through 26 are used in the deck during setup. Cards number 27 to 30 are much darker in color to distinguish them from the others and should be set aside as they may be added to the exploration deck during the scenario, depending on action card outcomes. After resolving an exploration card, it should be placed in a discard pile. So, resolving exploration cards. There are 4 types of exploration cards, each with different icons. The following actions should be taken when resolving each card. Loot. So the party leader should take 1 loot item at random from the loot deck and give it to any hero. Trash mob, which looks like a monster. The villain player should deal X trash mob cards from the trash mob deck face up, where X is the number specified on the card. These trash mobs must be defeated before the scenario can continue. The villain player controls all enemy monsters during the scenario and will be attempting to defeat the heroes. We have AI doing that for us today. Action card, which is a flag. The villain player should draw the top card of the action card deck and read it out loud to the group of heroes. Important note, the villain player should only read out loud the available option and not the outcomes. See page 26 for more information on action cards. I guess I'll do that since I narrate everything. And then keep exploring a padlock. Nothing happens. Discard the card. Continue exploring the scenario. So we'll always get one of those 4 things. So the Shire Hex has 6 different sides, each pointing to a specific scenario that unfolds from it. Place the Shire Hex in the middle of the table. We build off of that. All other heroes should be built from the orientation. Players should place their standees on the Shire Hex. We're already there. We have the scenario. We start at the Shire, and we explore out, and then I read everything as things happen. So, where do we want to move, Fearless Leader? We can start.
One spot to move, so
Please.
let's stay in the Shire forever.
Perfect. We stay in the Shire forever.
What happens when we go here?
Okay, so we flip it over. And then part that I'm just making sure we flip it over and we draw an exploration card. Read what it says.
Trash mob. Summon 3 trash mobs to battle.
Okay. So I have the trash mob deck right here. Could use a little shuffling, so would you kindly shuffle? And we get 3. And then I have an event for us, and then this is just hero stuff that we're not using, so I'm gonna put this away.
Do we get loot or experience for killing the trash mob? Or is it just something we don't want to fight?
We actually can't complete the scenario without defeating all the trash mobs, so I would assume we get loot. something.
Okay.
And then while you're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and look at the solo
Wait,
mode
kinda roll
because
from late.
we have AI controlling everything, so I'm not actually making actions. I have a little dice that seems important. So let's see. I'm gonna read the little true solo mode. So adding the components to the game. Add the 5 action cards for the scenario to the corresponding action card deck in the base game. For example, the water themed scenario, add the 5 water themed action cards to the 16 card deck, creating a new 21 card deck. Repeat this process for all scenarios. Ally cards should be added to the existing ally cards from the base game. The monster cards should be kept separate. The monster attribute die should be placed with the boss die from the base game. We recommend leaving all the true solo mode components in the base game permanently, except for the monster cards, which can be placed back in the true mode solo box. Okay, so the monster deck should be separated into 3 decks: aggressive, defensive, and passive. Place each deck face down near the trash mob deck. Okay, so let me do that really quick for these rolls. Don't worry, more setup for me. And then we do need the 5 action cards. They're on Earth, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If I remember correctly, I think these were misprinted. No, this one's actually good. These are action. I have our other actions right here. Okay. Perfect. So, could we shuffle this as well? Okay, so the actions just got added to the main action deck. Okay, so the 5 are there. Okay, so it's set up. Monster deck should be separated into 3 decks: aggressive, defensive, and passive. Place each deck face down near the trash mob. Look through each of these 3 decks and remove any cards that have the letter C in the bottom. Let me see. It should be this. Let me just remove a little C really quick. I don't actually think I have any. Yeah, let me see. I'm looking for a C. Remove. Okay. Wonder if it means this. See any? Okay. Looking at enemies. This is enemy. Let me just double check if there's a C. Huh. Place each deck face down near the trash mob deck. Not too sure what it means by that. Okay, these are the events. Trash mob. Um. huh. Did I already mix them? Maybe. everything out. Pet. Boss monster. Okay. Well. Hmm. I see the die. Enemy monsters. Okay, the monster deck is primarily used to automate enemy spell cards in a game. When not playing the game standard, one versus many. However, fully cooperative experience, the monster deck can also be used in true cooperative mode. The deck is played the same. Each time an enemy boss casts a spell, flips a card from the passive monster deck and resolves it. The only difference during the setup for cooperative mode is that instead of removing all the cards with the C in the bottom left corner, those cards are left in the deck. Instead, the cards with an S marking should be removed, as they represent solo mode only. Okay. But I don't see any monsters with an S, so I'm a little confused. Shows me what the S looks like, but I don't see it.